The Technology Executive Committee, or the TEC in short, collaborated with GEO to develop a dedicated policy brief with recommendations on innovation and technology for EW for All implementation. So this policy brief was launched last year at COP29 in Baku, as you can see from the slide. So this document, this policy brief is one of the official EW for All flagship publications with great input and support from various agencies that are involved with the Early Warnings for All initiative, such as UNDRR and WMO, as well as from the GEO community and at the national level from tech members such as myself who represent small island developing states, but also our least developed country members as well. Next slide, please. So this brief, which you can access through the QR code, recommended to the COP to scale up early warning technology and innovation to support risk-informed climate and disaster resilient policies and actions. And this is especially the case for SIDS and LDCs who often experience poor access to data and knowledge. One of the recommendations of this brief is to support the integration of technologies into projects that promote local stakeholder engagement. Next slide, please. So this brief highlights 10 technologies, 10 early warning technologies. So these include high tech such as AI, machine learning, simulation models, and satellites, but also technology considered low tech such as mobile phones and GIS that are often used in citizen science. With citizen science being public participation and collaboration in research and development, allowing people who might be considered as non-professionals, who are often on the ground at the community level, like women-led community groups like the one you see on the screen, and Indigenous peoples, youth, NGOs like Sally, who's next to me, that can contribute to data collection and analysis. Now, various technologies are complementary to each other and are most effective when they are brought together in combination. Often, the single or isolated use of technology may hinder innovation. So we often promote the integration of low and high-tech facilities, technology, because this facilitates local stakeholders to be part of not only the use of early warning for all systems, but also in the development and deployment of such systems. Next slide, please. So the policy brief that I've been talking about, this was presented and negotiated in Baku during COP29. And after more than a week of intense negotiations, parties agreed to a set of conclusions which echoed the brief's recommendations. So in the conclusion of the subster item on research and systemic observation, parties acknowledged the advancement of technology and innovation, including early warning systems using AI and machine learning, but they also noted the gaps in the development and deployment of solutions that can be scaled up. The parties also encouraged to support open data sharing, which we've heard, I think, throughout the day, to develop openly accessible and available and reliable fit-for-purpose data products. Next slide, please. I think now just to maybe step down from the multilateral level to the national level. So this picture was taken during our national early warning for all consultation that took place in the Maldives, in which, as a priority country, we were the first country actually to publish a roadmap to achieve the early warning for all initiative. In this roadmap, some of the key aspects that we integrated included that stakeholders identified that real-time monitoring through ocean sensors and satellite data were important, and that impact-based forecasting is the way that they would like to see the early warning for all initiative rolled out in the Maldives. Also, we were hearing a lot on multi-channel alerts, and this is especially the case for a small island developing state. For the Maldives, we are made up of almost 1,200 islands. So, not every single technology might fit for remote populations. And obviously, when you cater to the various vulnerable groups, my grandparents don't use cell phones the way I do. So we have to cater to the most vulnerable populations of our communities. And we also linked it to preparedness so that the early warning systems and the early warning initiative and the roadmap that we produced is linked to the emergency operations that will follow.